This interval. Let's get back to two other legends of the game, Stephen and Steve.
Thank you, Hazel.
Thank you, the fifth frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, not sure what we're going to get for this second session. Obviously, perhaps the dynamic of the match has changed somewhat. Ken's got more to lose now than he did have at the start.
Well, he's got a choice of two reds to go for Ken Doherty. Obviously, this one to the left corner offers a chance to get the cue ball back up the table. Played it with a lot of right-hand side.
Interestingly, because we are now playing in the early stages of this tournament, in the last 64, all 8 tables are being used, 4 in this main auditorium, 4 in the back room in the sports hall. They later become the practice tables, but at the moment there aren't any practice tables available to the players other than in a hotel that they stay in. So normal circumstances, if you haven't had a good session, you perhaps use the interval to practice. But Ronnie, I doubt very much if he's gone back to the hotel to knock a few balls around. And also I doubt if he'd have gone to the players' room where there's one table that's more just for the fun of knocking a few balls around, not ideal.
Foul, Ken Doherty, 4.
Very unfortunate there. He's left this red to the right corner. Ken can play it with a touch of right-hand side, which will take the cue ball through the gap and bring it back up the table.
Yes, but he's got to hit it pretty accurately, otherwise it's not so easy to get round. Played it with extreme side spin and slowly as well. That was a very confident way of playing it.
He'd love to play for the red that's closest to the black here. I don't know if he's got a nice angle in the brown just to screw back directly off the cushion, play for that red. That's what he's played. But he could do the cue ball coming away from the cushion slightly. He's going to play that red and play for the black. And that would really get this break started. He's going to have to play the one to left middle now. But still in decent position. As long as he gets a nice angle in the blue, shouldn't be a problem getting on that red next to the black.
6.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Just got to make sure he doesn't leave himself too close to the cushion when he plays this blue. Never any doubt that way.
11.
So even though Ken's been in excellent fluent form, the interval can change things, so he's got to sort of restart the engines even though he's in good shape.
Man, that's really opened things up now. He couldn't play the red he played for because there was too much angle in it. The cannon on the black could have been no good, so forcing through for the pink. And now again, he's got the table at his mercy.
18.
May have gone a bit too far to make this easy positional play.
He may be able to follow through and play for the black to left corner.
It's all about the pace.
19.
Perfect.
I think the key to Ken possibly winning
26.
this match, I repeat myself, is to keep fluent. It's one of the strengths of this
27.
game. Not to overthink the situation, to not even think about the possibilities of what he may be on the brink of doing if he gets closer to the finishing
34.
line. Just to let his natural talent flow. Great break building talent. A
35.
little bit shy of cue ball pace there. Should have no problem. Would like to have been straighter.
$42. 43.
Yeah, he's just got to concentrate on the table. If he stops to think what he's actually doing here, there's a possibility of going 4-1 up against Ronnie O'Sullivan, then that's when the demons come into your head. You're basically just going to play one shot at a time, just play the table. Ken's very experienced, he'll know that. Not sure he played that cannon there, but it's okay. He's got a choice of 2 reds, one to right corner,
50.
one to left middle. Another
51.
little brush on the blue there. It's all happening.
$56.
Again, this is not the red he played for. But he'll certainly take it.
57. $63.
Well, it must be said that I don't think anybody here in the auditorium, any of the experts, were expecting this outcome.
64.
As I said before, Ken hasn't been past the last 64 of an event this season, but he's overhit that.
71.
But he is over the line.
Yeah, he'd be furious with himself there. That was a very simple shot to drop on that red.
Still needs one more red, really, just to avoid the comeback. He's got to be careful.
Ken Doherty. 71.
Ronnie O'Sullivan will be trying to pot 4 reds and colours, high colours, and then try and play a snooker,
1.
keeping 1 red left on the table, just in case he can get a free ball as well.
$8. 9. $16. 17. 23. 24. $31.
It's going to be tough to try and get foul points out of Ken. It's worth a try. Every now and again it happens.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 31.
That's not going to cause too much damage or concern. 44 points behind, 45 points needed. 3 snookers. So that's why he needs 3 balls, really. Won't be seeing this red attempted. He's got to play a safety shot.
That was actually a pretty accurate shot he played there to deliberately put the red onto the knuckle of the pocket. Well, there's the first of the snookers. He needs 3 4-point snookers, Ronnie Sullivan, to win this frame. You'd think he would have to probably lay about 3 times that amount to possibly get the points from Ken.
Yeah, obviously Ken's got to be careful of the free ball situation, so perhaps he won't be playing with this with too much pace. Misjudgment by Ronnie, catching the jaw of the middle pocket. Ken could roll the red over the pocket. He knows Ronnie doesn't want to pot it. Doesn't want the double kiss, and he hasn't got it, and that's an excellent shot.
Foul. Ken Doherty, 6. And a 3 ball.
Full house from Ken, and that's obviously the end of the frame. Ronnie chose not to concede whilst the balls were still rolling. He could have done that. It wouldn't have been disrespectful. So Ken can just knock a few balls in with absolutely no tension in his arm whatsoever. Got to say, it's a fantastic effort from Ken.
Yeah, this was a big frame for Ken Doherty. First frame after the interval. The
7.
lads were in the studio, were talking about how an interval can change matches. So this was a big one to keep the momentum going, and he has done.
10.
Best of 11, of course, first to 6. The yellow doesn't matter.
In a frame.
And Ken Doherty's got a commanding lead in this match. Leads
It was a
the
free ball
favourite,
instead.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4 frames to 1.
Okay.